Hi, hello, and welcome to another Definitely Not stream. I'm your host, Definitely Not Vlad, and today we're going to be trying to get some rating, but I'm done with the pugs. They have won. I give up. The pugs win. I'm not doing any more pug shit. Had to turn off one of the lights. I was shining quite too. Yeah. Danny says you're so light. Yes, I am. And hi, Buff Tori. But yeah, I have had enough of the pugs. I give up. I can't handle it anymore. I sit in queue or I form groups for half an hour, and then the tank just eats shit on the first pull while gathering and leaves. I mean, I ain't doing it anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. I give up. That's why we have the Seeker and we have Danny here, and they're going to be joining me. And I don't know about carrying. I think I carry my own weight. I think I do okay DPS. But we're going to be having some fun. How high did I get? I got to 2,785 rating. And honestly, like I've done Cinder Brumetery and Priory of Sacred Flame at 12. If I could do those, I could do the rest of them too. But I just can't. It's so time consuming to do the 12s, like pugging. Now watch Seeker eat shit and fall over the first pull. Doesn't matter. He's not going to leave. So, like, at least I hope not. So yeah, that's exactly where you gave up on your mage. Yeah, it's understandable. It's just so soul crushing. You managed to get 3K a couple of minutes ago. Well, congratulations. Well done indeed. All right, so which key are we doing? Let me take a quick look here at what we've got going on in the key department. There we go. Seeker has a DFC, and Danny has, or no, I have a Floodgate, and Danny has a Rookery, so we're going to do the Rookery. He'll pull a Now and Rage Quit? Did Now Rage Quit some, like, in like... What is this? What lore did I miss about Now Rage Quitting? Hi, Brainlet. He just might DC like usual. He might. He's been having some major lag, like Danny says. Well, my non-PUG tank just left as well, so that's great. Oh, you put on a VPN and the lag is gone? Hell yeah, man. Hey, Live This TV. It's going good. It's going good. Getting started with the day, getting ready to pop off in some 12s with a tank that is actually going to pull things that make sense. He's coming in on his Druid, so no crazy VDH skips. And his Druid's of Oregon for some reason, so... Hi, Tybox. Well done, 2.5k, that's juicy. You've explained the plan on party chat? Oh, my bad, I didn't have party chat open. I see it now. Okay, I see the plan. Well, you may as well host since it's your key. There's no crazy meld skips in Rookery? Yeah, that's true. It goes back on VDH for Motherload? Yeah, I read that just now, but yeah, that makes sense. Skipping the second Peacekeeper right before the first boss is very nice with VDH, or other. Well, yes, VDH and also Night Elf. How was the soju stream? It was fun. I had a good time. I didn't get... I got pretty drunk by the end of it, but I didn't die as much as I thought I would. But people were redeeming the hydrate thing with channel points, and I decided, screw it. Let's make the hydrate thing be me taking a shot. And by the end of it, I had taken 30 shots, which was close to 4 bottles of soju, I think, by the end of it. And we've got a, I'm assuming Arcane Mage, and I'm assuming Unholy DK that are going to be joining us here. A Frost DK, okay. Whatever. It has death grips. Good enough for me. Not as bad as it sounds. You take 15 shots of 15% alcohol and tell me how bad it is. Did I say 15? I meant 30. Hi, Kyrie. And hey, Smash. All right. I am so excited to actually have a decent group for these 12s. I've been holding off on... Oh, I didn't mean to use that repair thing, but here we go. If anyone needs it, go ahead. To put on more potions,
5,
not this, but oh well.
3, 2, 1.
You're saying 15% in the stream, but that was drunk you? Yeah, I think it was actually 12%, but still, it's still a lot of alcohol. Seeker is tanking on his druid this time around. Should have used a higher rank. Whatchamacallit's there. Fire breath, but oh well. I think I still did okay. I'm gonna be a dick and just wait for the thing to get broken. There we go. I can neither confirm nor deny that I'm definitely not plucky. That's what, like a double negation, a double negation into another negation of not plucky. Okay. That was intense. Oh. DK down. I just kind of wasted my my 2 stacks of jackpot, but I think it's not going to be a huge deal here. Void Rider definitely living a while with one of us being down, but I think we got it. One more engulf for the road. Hits him for about 6 million, and I think we good. Alright, I'm looking at the Thunderers for kicks and also for just as much damage as it can possibly pump out. And I think here, what we're going to do is prolong CC, knock him up into the air. Okay, knock back into yoink back, looking for kicks. Kick available soon. I'm going to kick the one I have on focus. There we go. Yeah, I held my cooldowns here because next pull has a Void Rider in it, and I want to be able to just melt its face as quickly as possible. And I also don't want to use the cooldowns mid pull, because I don't think these mobs would have lived long enough for me to get full value out of my cooldowns. Slate Terra says he's alive. Yeah, I had to take a day break because I wasn't really hungover, but I just needed a break. Just needed a break. Alright, let's pop off here. 2 casts. And then everything. I'm kind of mismanaging the cooldowns, but I think we're okay. Or mismanaging my fire breaths, but I think I still got this. We're going to send out an Eternity Surge. One more max rank fire breath for the road. There you go. Yeah, big bird rider. Easy. If you want to get disappointed by another tank, I'm up for it in 30 minutes. Nah, we got Seeker here. We're going to be playing with Seeker and Danny. That's the plan for right now. I'm going to look for interrupts on these Thunderers. Some purges or it would come in handy if we actually CC the mage can spell steal these for a massive haste buff, but they're choosing not to, or forgetting that they can do it, or just not knowing they can do it. But flavor of the month, what can I say? Who cares though? They popped off big time. Imagine how much more they could pop off if they spell stole the massive haste buff. But oh well. Rank 3 into a double engulf. That'll do a good chunk of damage there. I'm going to hover now. Our mage just decided to turn off its brain and just stand there and die. Cool. We do have CRs available, so I think this shouldn't be an issue. But I'd rather not have to spend CRs on the first boss, you know? But hey, what can you do? Seeker's heading over to CR. That means the boss is going to be moving. There's a CR. We have cooldowns available. I'm going to send them. Firestorm into all of our cooldowns. Only one engulf available at the moment, but I'm still okay with that. Still a good use of our cooldowns. I'm going to look for the mage this time around. Make sure that the mage doesn't murder themselves by standing in the wrong spot. And I can rescue them in if necessary. Looks like the mage knows what's up. Standing in the middle of the non-irony part, or non-metally part. There we go. Blink goes out on time this time. No issues there. Mage is able to make it out and stay safe. Should just use my hover more here instead of trying to like time the casts and whatnot. But oh well. Are these community keys? Not really, no. It's, I'm playing with my usual pre-made group, which is Danny, Seeker. Danny and Seeker, and I think Aerolith will be joining us later. So it's more of my pre-made squad kind of keys than anything. Mage almost ate shit again with the same way. Very impressive. I carried Daddy over and I could hear her squeak in the other room. And big engulf. There we go. That was an 11 million damage engulf right there. A juicy. That's with the boss almost dead. There we go. Not even close. Totally didn't almost eat shit there. Okay, we managed to free one of the birdies. Now we jump down and shoot ourselves across the hall like so. Very nice. Let's rebuff the mage finally. Completely forgot to do that. Shouldn't be an issue though. Waiting on our DK to catch up. He's taking the slow route, which is just floating down gently instead of using the extra action button, it feels like. Alright, I'm looking for kicks here. Gonna kick that in. The fuser's here. We have cooldowns available. I'm gonna send them. Attracting shadows goes out. I'm going to use Zephyr, and now that the firestorm is down, I can actually finally use my proper cooldown. I have hover still, so I'm going to use thingy with the stuff. That to move around rather than dispelling myself. Very nice. A little clunky there on the execution, but I think the damage says I'm doing okay. I think the damage proves that it wasn't that clunky. Very nice. Seeker's grabbing the one extra crusher. We're gonna wait for all of them to be stacked up. Here we go. Void Crush is on me. I'm just gonna use a defensive, make sure that I'm not taking too much damage here. Although honestly, Void Crush, is Void Crush worth the defensive? Probably not. Alright, max rank Fire Breath into... Oh shit, the freaking diffuser died. Oh, the mage has cooldowns. Let's go. I was like, damn, these guys are real healthy for the main guy to be dead. But then I realized we have an arcane mage, so yeah, there's the RIO damage everyone's talking about. Right, Bloodlust in 30. Are we going to double pull here? It looks like Seeker does not want to double pull. That's fair. I'm just going to make sure I don't hit the guys behind us. Prolong CC into a knockup. Just gonna stand on top of these to make sure that... Oh, here we go. Here's the diffuser. We have cooldowns. I'm gonna bloodlust this rather than the boss. It's actually it just feels like a harder pull. Totally not because I have cooldowns right now. Nope. That's not why. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. All right, let's try to get some big dam out here with a couple of engulfs. Make sure these civilians go away. Let's use a hover. This thing is on me. I'm gonna drop it off on Seeker. He likes to eat that thing up. He doesn't care if he gets it twice in a row. He's just kind of built different. He gets bored on this boss fight, so he wants something to do. So he wants us to drop that on him. Ooh, that was a bit too scary. I thought I had a hover when I did not have a hover, in fact. So that was... no bueno. Okay. I'm gonna pass it over to Seeker. No, it's on the DK. DK did not have AMS present. Now it goes on Seeker. Now we good. And we have an engulf ready with Shattering Star up on the target. Beautiful. Is the series ruined then? That's completely up to you. If you think this isn't cool or whatever, that's on you. I think it's fine. I think there's no real inherent challenge in pugging it other than just waiting a bunch for, you know, to get into keys and then bricking more keys, and just, it's a time commitment more than it is a skill issue, because I could do damage. Currently doing 4 million overall, and I feel like I'm doing fine. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you have not been paying attention to either the streams or the videos. If you think, like, I've mentioned that it is against the rules, but I'm giving up on the pugging aspect and just getting Seeker and Danny to help me, because it's just a giant waste of time to wait for pugs to actually get good, which they won't. They will actually progressively get worse throughout the entirety of the season. I don't know, Floor Piss, if this is toxic. I don't know. Yep, also talked about that with the... if I go 3K, it's gonna be a tank. Maybe a healer, but then still I'm like at the mercy of tanks that don't look up any information about dungeons at all. Holy fuck. Okay, well this guy had a meltdown, so we're just gonna quickly get rid of them. There we go. First time I'm actually glad that I had auto mod shit on, because this guy said some very interesting things. Seeker wants to move on as these guys will just snap to us downstairs. No reason to sit there with them. I'm gonna take the DK over here so he can start doing his damage. And here we go. I think we don't need these guys. By these guys, I mean the two crushers over there. We're just gonna pop off with our cooldowns. And that should be it. Whew. I can't see if I'm standing in it or not. I just saw the edge of like purple circles. I had to move. And again in the same spot. Okay. Well, I know that it's always going to be on me, so I always got to move. Seeker pinging us that we'd make sure we don't pull the extra crushers there. There's no reason to. I think that was mostly for the mage to be careful about their, what's it called? Orbs not reaching for things. Get the double debuff here. Get a kick in there for good measure. And that's one of them dead thanks to the mage. With the ridiculous cryo damage. Don't have a heal available for myself, but I think Danny's got us covered this time around. She does have MD, so if things get hairy, she can use that to clear the debuff. And there we go. Catch you later, Ash. Gonna try and send my cooldowns here in some kind of way that makes sense. Orbs are not on me, so I don't have to worry about that. We get this. By this I mean the double engulf, and we good. Have an idea for next Zero to Hero? I don't know. It's usually something that people vote for, so I can't ever tell in advance what it's going to be. Bellend to Legend Tank? Maybe. I think I'm going to take a short break from doing the whole 3K thing because it's not really even that fun. It's just... like, I learned the spec, I get the gear and everything far before I even have to go into these keys, and just not being able to sit there and grind like I would like to is just I don't know. I feel like I have to reacclimatize myself to the actual spec every single time I try to do higher keys again. And I feel like I'm just wasting my time and everyone else's time pushing the 3K on DPS characters. Even on tank, I feel like it'll be a bit of a pain in the ass, but at least I'll get into keys faster. 3.5K Brewmaster series? I don't know, man. I don't think anyone deserves that. Alright, I'm holding my cooldowns here so that I can use them after the shield is broken and there's a damage amp. Let's have another shot stream. I don't know about that one, but thank you, Rob, for the resub. It looks like everyone is kind of holding their cooldowns here because the shield is just not going down. There's the shield. Come on, use it. Maybe should have held Lust for the second one because now we just have it. If we can get another quick shield break, that Lust might not be a complete fucking waste. That's my bad. I should have checked how much time we had left on the damage amp. I just wanted to use it as quickly as possible. I got an instant dispel from Danny. She's taking good care of me here. And that is all of my damage tapped. And we managed to actually not have the circles drop in because we were so quick with the shield break this time around. Love to see it. Not a completely wasted Bloodlust either, because we got a bit of it into this shield break. Would have been funny if it hadn't broken the spike because of the breath. Dude, I was thinking about that, and I felt like I better not find out this way. Okay, that is scary as hell. Alright, here we go. This should break it. We have people over there breaking as well. Leash Corruption goes out. We're going to use a healing potion. Just get closer to Danny. She can dispel it. Shield is going to break soon. I don't really have anything for this one. I think we're going to have 2 more shield breaks necessary, because I don't think anyone has real cooldowns for this. But we do have a double engulf, which is going to be very juicy during the damage amp right here. Very nice. Double engulf with everything up and fire breath rank 3. Just, you know, that thing hurts. This thing's feeling it. And we have cooldowns available. Now, I think the next shield break will be the kill no matter what. So I might just send cooldowns to break the shield sooner. I don't think we're 2-starring either way, but the sooner we can get it done, the more rating I get, and regardless. Doesn't have to be a 2-star to get more rating. Man, these circles have been scary as hell. There we go. Waiting for this to break, then I'll send my cooldowns. I don't feel like I need to. Wait for the damage amp. I don't care about my overall either. I just want this fight to be donezo. We're sending everything we have. Then he's coming over to give me a PI. Thank you. There's the shield break. We still have Dragon Rage going, so we're still popping off. We don't have as many engulfs as we did when we used the cooldowns initially, but there is the timed Rookery plus 12. As you can see, I'm not dead weight. I'm popping off. I know I'm getting PIs and stuff, but I'm still doing some serious damage, so it's not a ruined challenge. Luke Young asks, do we have a community guild? You got an alt you're trying to push? We do. It's called Failfied on Terran Mill. I think to apply, you need to be Alliance. If you can't apply because you're Horde, let us know and we'll invite you. Just tell us your character name and your realm name so we can invite you. Thanks, Grandy Man. You just saw the video and you feel my pain? Prior 12 is the last 12 I needed for all 12s and also for 3K. And I've tried 4 times and no bueno. Yeah, I've heard horror stories of people just needing shit tons of tries for Priory specifically because it's just a massive pain in the ass. It's rough because, like, you're extremely tank dependent, and tanks, for some reason, I feel like tanks are very bad this season. I don't know what it is. They're, like, able to live a lot more than they could last season, so there's more people playing because it's not as punishing, but they don't bother to learn the routes and stuff and what mobs you can and can't pull, and then, together, I mean, and then you just get shit shows like you saw in my, my video today. I recently timed a 15 Priory as a tank. That was something. I bet, man. Well done. Bloodblom says, Vlad do bear 0 to hero. That could be fun. What Florpus said? He insulted me and Danny viciously. And got auto, like... I almost said CC'd. He got auto muted or whatever by the bot mod, and I just chose to not show the message, and I chose to ban him because he was just being kind of a dick. In general, he's been coming in every time he has spoken in the chat so far. He has been just a complete dickhead. So, like, I didn't like him, and I think it showed in my responses to him, so I don't know. So many people going around with so much anger. Yeah. Dude, I kind of understand because I've seen some shit. Like, with people like the people we had today and the keys in my video. That shit sits with you. You kind of get annoyed. My current IO is 4,827. We gained 42 IO from that. Let me see. Don't I have... I think I have maybe have a WeakAuras that shows me my current IO. No, I just have a level counter and a shots and deaths counter. I should have kept my IO thing. Oh well. You guys can just ask and I can just tell you. No big deal. 4.8k, did I say that? 2.8, 2,827. How did I get to 4k, dude? World first 4.8k confirmed. Took lots of pulls before I found a group that was able to handle Theater of Pain. Theater of Pain 12, that is. Yeah, a lot of people don't know the skips, and you kind of need to do the skips to stay, you know, to stay ahead of the timer in that dungeon, because there's also some rough shit in that dungeon. We said workshop, so let me go to Mechagon workshop. Have to ask, do you get bored from doing 0 to 3k on all different classes? I'm kind of enjoying it. I can hear Danny criticizing me in the other room. I'm bouncing around Dornagal while everyone else is in the key. But yeah, I don't get bored if I'm going from 0 to hero, but 0 to 3k has been very boring because the challenge has not been, can I do this and am I good enough to do this? That's not been the question at all. It's been like, can I find 4 other people that aren't breathing through their mouth, holding the grip, holding the fucking fork from the top, and eating shit every pull. Take the Paladin algorithm. DK is very punishing. It's very, like, compared to Paladin, it's very difficult. Paladin has a lot of options to make it pretty easy for them to survive. DK has nothing, really. You have to consistently keep yourself alive, otherwise you're screwed.
I'm going to use some defensives here. I used the Zephyr for the group because a couple of those were exploding and we managed to live thanks to that. And I think people also using defensives because they saw shit was going to go down. We don't have the usual set of CC that we might have with a group that has a boomkin where you can beam it down and just kill it during the beam because the beam lasts forever, the silence. So yeah, that was very, very clean. Also a very good showing of our DPS, keeping up with... Never mind, that's a Demo Warlock, not a Destro Warlock, but still happy with it. Maybe I shouldn't stand behind the tank that gets a tank buster. That's an AoE. It's probably a bad idea to do that, huh? Trying to stand in the center of these little platform circle square thingies. Because I don't want to get hit by the saw blades. As long as you stand in the center of these, you just cannot get hit by any saw blade. Unless you're standing in these that are very small, then you're just kind of screwed. Also, I'm not using Pyre because these bosses don't really stack up all that well. I'm going to switch over to this one. Now they're kind of stacked, so I could be using Fire. Alright, let's send Fire Breath rank 3 into a Shattering Star, into an Engulf. I'm going to get knocked back. I'm immediately going to use my Glide, just so I don't fly off into the distance. This is to minimize the downtime. Saw Blade's coming out. Moving forward. We're trying to drop the bombs basically behind the boss and where we're headed with the boss. Also, I probably should have used my full cooldowns there rather than using just a Fire Breath. Fun Machine coming in with a Prime sub. Thank you, Fun Machine. Ground Pound goes out. Let's use a Zephyr. Let's use a Firestorm and use all our cooldowns finally. We get a PI. Beautiful. Glide back in there. I should send an Eternity Surge. I've done so. Trying to focus my damage now into the G4U, or No Mercy for You, the cart thing, because we're kind of burning down the big guy a little bit too quickly. And I feel like I'm doing a good job balancing it out. I'm sure others are also helping. One more Eternity Surge should get us donezo. There we go. Beautiful. Hey, lad, I almost deleted my prop palette today. Did a 13 Mechagon and a group blamed me for not timing the key. I'm sorry to hear that. What did they think was your fault? Were they just dying to shit they shouldn't die to, or what was the issue? Alright, it looks like we're probably going to go for double waste processing unit here. The full hallway, okay. The whole shebang, alright. Prolonging CC, knocking them up. I'm going to knock them back again as well. That's kind of not ideal, but we need to do something to CC them here. I'm going to Zephyr, try to reduce the damage. This is going to be rough. Alright, we have enough time for Danny to heal us back up to full. Between this and the next Mega Drill. There's the Mega Drill. The Gunks are getting ready to cast. I'm not going to use my cooldowns, but I will absolutely stun them all using my Deep Breath, just to make sure that they don't put huge healing debuffs on us, or heal absorbs, while we're getting ready to take that damage from the waste processing unit AoE. Now we can let them go off now, because there's no other AoE damage going off. The mage did knock them back. Or no, mage? What? There's no mage in the group, Vlad. What are you talking about? 4.8k IO player right here. I didn't see when this guy moved. I'm trusting Seeker that this thing has moved recently and won't run back on us. It looks like we're good. I'm going to wait for him to group everything, then I'll start popping off. I'm going to look for this gunk. I do have a knock-up available. We're going to go ahead and use it. I think I'm going to send cooldowns here. Corrosive Gunk goes out. We're going to use a self-heal for the dot that I have. We have Mass Dispel available. Danny can use it if she needs to, if shit hits the fan. But she has a dome as well. She can put that on our heads. We should be safe. Rank 3 Fire Breath into an Engulf. Or rather, into a Shattering Star into an Engulf. But there we go. Now, we don't need to pull any more doggos. So we just take care of the boss now. Not even close. Dude, stop looking at chat, Vlad. Stop looking at chat. I just almost murdered myself. Ah, goodness gracious. No, look at chat. Ah, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. Played with your heart. Ate shit from the AOE. That doesn't really make a good song, does it? We're gonna step back behind this. And I'm confused here because I see that I have Deep Breath available, but I don't have my other cooldowns available. That's because I use Deep Breath for CC. Usually I have those line up. But oh well. There's the Shattering Star. Make AoE. Sorry. I tried to help Danny. I almost killed her. Alright, we have all the cooldowns in the book right now. Let's go ahead and use them. We even have a PI ready for us. What the heck? How was I? Okay, I really need to get all the way behind that shit. No bueno. That was scary. Oh, right. We have to do these because we're going to do a skip later on where Seeker dies to let us skip the last 2 groups before the last boss. I forgot about the doggos. My apologies. Good thing that we pinged. There we go. I had to help out Danny. Gave her a shield. Gave her some heals as I could. I like being useful like that. Oh, nice. We get a nice little skippy skip here. Seeker's on his way as well. Don't have rescue to give to anyone. What kind of madman donated 100 euros to this drunkard? He's only gonna buy booze for... Some very generous people did actually help us reach the 100 euro donation goal to make me walk for the rest of the thing. Sorry for not reading chat as much. I am doing some 12s, so I'm trying to not be completely useless to my group. Which at the moment I do feel like I am. Alright. Sending all of the cooldowns. Should we finish that 3K today, Bellend? What's next? Probably not going to finish it today, no. I'm going to need some 13s as well, but we're only doing 12s today. But after this, it's probably going to be a melee class. I'm going to put up a poll soonish to see what it is I'll actually be playing. And use a Zephyr here. Oh, we used a Dome at the same time. Whoopsie daisy. That's overkill, but we were very safe. And with our DPS here, what's going to end up happening is this thing's going to die before it does the next short out. So, kind of works out. Now, if I was an actual ranged class, what I could do here is stand after, like, around here where Danny's going and not take damage from this thing during the big AoE. But I'm not an actual ranged class, I'm an evoker. So I have to stand right here in the middle of all this shit and deal with it. It's about to send that. We're going to use a hover so I can keep moving and casting as necessary. And there we go. Rank 4 Fire Breath into an Engulf with Shattering Star. Beautiful. Havoc DH or Sub Rogue, something different. If it wins the poll, hell yeah, man. I couldn't even get my Fire Breath. I wanted to get a bit more damage off there, but I just couldn't because I had to move. And you can't move and cast powered spells, unfortunately. Rogue sounds hella interesting. I've played Rogue last season. I played an Assassination Rogue. Did quite well with it, honestly. I was surprised myself. I didn't expect to. I thought it was too complex for me. Can we make... Ooh, we didn't have a hover. I almost ate shit there. Dude, this place, Warlocks are cursed. The fucking karma hits hard for Warlocks in this place. I've seen Danny struggle on a Warlock here, so I feel like it's a class thing. Warlocks just can't make it here. Is this going to be our first 3K of the season, or have you already gotten Legend on the palette? Actually, I got Legend on my Hunter. Okay, we're caging the Defender. And we're going boss. Okay, so we don't have to deal with defend for the mobs on the boss. Okay. We'll look for the Tinker, put that on focus, give Seeker something to survive with, and let's Bloodlust. We're going to interrupt the Tinkerer there when we could. Using a hover while standing still so I can move and cast, but I don't dash into the next area. That would be pretty bad. Avoiding this thing, let's hit Spark Flux and get him with the Engulf. There we go, beautiful. Scrolls coming out like crazy, but that's alright. We support him anyway, we're inclusive. Then we have the Defender. We're going to have the Defender join us here in a moment. DH broke him out. I didn't really switch to the plant, which is what I kind of should have done here. Ooh, goodness gracious. Let's use another hover. Do we want to break this out? I feel like I should break this out. Yeah, there he goes. Here's the Defender joining us now. Oh, Danny goes down. We have CRs available. Now we can stand in the shield generator here. Hidden flame cannons are going out. Boss is just about dead. Okay, the flame cannons go away, and we're ready to take the Defender into this group. I'm gonna pre-Zephyr here while we group everything. I'm gonna have cooldown soon, so I'm gonna use them as soon as I can here. There we go. We have a Defend to stand in. Defender comes out. We can kill the Defender after getting... This worked out really well. I don't know if I messed this up for us by breaking the cage. Maybe the DH was supposed to just shadow meld and leave that guy behind. I don't know. My bad if I messed something up. but I feel like it was good. Flying through this key, yeah, that's what happens when you have a tank that knows what's going on instead of just pulling randomly and holding W. Just knocking these guys back. Making use of double shields here. You can actually benefit from it twice. I don't trust these fucking shields, bro. I did not trust that they were going to last through that through that squirrel. I should have. I should get a weak card that tells me when they're going to go away, but I just didn't in that moment trust them at all. All right. So we gate. Tank goes first. Drags left. We go right. Okay, we wait. And go right. Okay, so after he drags, that's when we go in. So he has to get them away from us. My guess is he's going to die and then reset. I think we're good now. We're going to follow Danny. Okay. Seeker's just trying to die. Shorting out goes out. We good though. They reset because he's dead. They were only in combat with him. And we can go ahead and res Seeker while Danny heals us all up. No, Danny's already healing. Or already resing us. There we go. She gets her res off. We're going to do a bit of healing here as we can. And we're ready to go. Hell of a skip. Love to see it. We make it work. And we have all cooldowns available. We're going to go ahead and use those now that we know where all the orbs are going. Juicy. I'm going to get out of there. I'm going to stand close to where the orbs are. I think this is where I'm safe. Oh. This thing's going up in the air. Who is it on? It's not on me. I don't have to care. There we go. That's this guy dead. Rob says hydrate. Let's hydrate for Rob. Here you go, Rob. Cheers. Ole. Zephyr here. Let's use this. So we grab Danny to get her away from the Magneto arm so she doesn't take damage from that. Why am I not targeting the boss? Nobody knows. But it was a great way to not use a engulf during the peak of our cooldowns, but that's okay. We can get another rank 4 fire breath, or we're just going to use a rank 1 one to get 2 engulfs out, I guess. I don't know. That works too. I'm standing in melee as we do have 3 ranged, so I can just claim this corner as my own. There we go. I kind of sort of messed up my cooldowns here, but I'm not too worried about it. Another magneto arm comes out. These won't actually travel. You use a defensive here. You can use rank 4 fire breath into shattering star into engulf. Not going to use the second engulf because we didn't have fire breath on the target. I'm going to dash over to this side just to make sure I can easily avoid anything else that goes out. We're just about done here. I'm going to send out one more rank 4 fire breath. That'll kill this guy, and now I don't have anything for this guy, but whatever. We can double engulf him even without the fire breath on it, just to make sure we use these engulfs. And there we go. Easy 2-star 12 workshop, thanks to Seeker's fucking sick route. And we even get a piece of gear. I don't really need the piece of gear, but we get it. Nobody else uses mail armor in this group. It's just 2 clothies, 2 leather wearers. We're gonna keep this for a vendor. I know he can use it, I'm sure. All right, let me catch up the chat. There was some interesting discussion going on. I want to see what it was that our friend said that made someone flame them for tanking. Okay, so Quinth3ZZA says that the Evoker died 9 times and the Druid died 4 times, and they blamed them for them dying. That's unfortunate. Kara says, the amount of times I've had boosted E-Girl thrown in my face is insane, especially after a bricked key, and it wasn't even my fault, or a key that they didn't, or a key they didn't get PI, so they were flaming you. Yeah, I don't know. Kara says, I'm not saying it's bad being that IO. It's just that in my experience, people are on 2.5 to 2.8K, think they know what is best and whatnot. Super annoying, but hey, proud of you for reaching 3K. Okay, this is replying to someone. I agree. There's a lot of people, I call it the platinum effect. In League of Legends, people that are in platinum usually think they should be in a much, much higher rating, but they really shouldn't, because they're not that good. And it's because you're just good enough to feel that you're better than certain people, but you're not actually good enough to be at the higher ratings. Gold 2 to plat 3. Yeah, something like that. Ouija says nerf dev. Maybe. Don't listen to Twitch, don't look at chat. Yeah, I should focus more on the runs, but I feel like I'm doing okay. There's not that many giant pulls for Dev-Evoker to really shine in workshops, so I didn't really pop off, but you need Paladin. You could 1 key for the weekly. Ask Seeker. You got the 2.8K with Grey Parses, so you agree? Well, Parses are Parses for dungeons are heavily dependent on the key level. So, yeah. Seeker's yelling at you? What's he saying? Why is he upset? Is he having a couching fit? Does he need a recliner? If you live log, you will end up just getting parses either way. Give me just a moment. I just realized that there was 100... Yeah, see, that's freaking weird. Okay, now it's fixed. I was supposed to reset the donation amount since the last stream, but I failed to do so. There we go. I fixed it. Is there a way to make the flame breath ability to go off when you release the button? Often it casts to full even if I let go of the button after one stack. I think it's a bit buggy. It's a bit buggy. You can change it in, I think, if you just go empowered. So it's the hold and release versus press and tap. So sometimes it gets a little confused and can't tell if you're actually still holding a key or not. And I think it is dependent on what other keybinds you were pressing at the same time. Yeah, by default it should be the hold and release. But yeah, it gets clunky. Seeker's taking a quick food break, so. We are waiting for that. I'm going to be keeping my 13 key because I'd like to do that to potentially hit 3K with, so that's going to be interesting. That one I will do in a video and I will actually try to pug it, but honestly, with it not being a resilient key, I'm just expecting that the key's going to get bricked probably first pull. And what IO does Seeker have? He is currently 3.3K rated, 3,314 rating. I think he has resilient 15s at this point. My guy's an absolute gamer. He's been blasting it on the DH the whole season. Slayterra says nerd. You're just jealous. Who is Seeker? Seeker's a friend of mine. He joined the community or in Dragonflight around season 3, I think. No, season 2 actually. He found me while I was starting off the channel. He wanted to see some Guardian Druid gameplay, stumbled onto my garbage ass videos, enjoyed it, and just hung around. And then he joined for some community keys at some point, and we just kept hanging out. VDH doesn't count. You guys are just trying to disparage Seeker just because he's a better tank than you. That being said, he just tanked everything on a Bear Druid just fine, so I think he's good. I don't think he needs I don't think he needs your approval. But does that sound like one of the stories in How I Met Your Mother? How I Met the Seeker. A new sitcom right now. What is this VDH racism? Would I ever consider making a hardcore WoW video? Maybe. I've been playing a good bit of classic, just era classic, not hardcore, because it's just been fun. I've just been enjoying it. Racism is when they're super fast, right? Yeah. I love Formula One racists. They're the best. I can't believe I just said that. Those words actually came out of my mouth. God damn. You started playing your Paladin after the Tabisa series? Never looked back? Dude, the Tabisa series was crazy. I remember one guy commenting, though, and it made me feel really bad. Hold on, what key was this? I think it was a mother load. Yeah, it was Danny's mother load. Let's go to Danny's mother load. The whole Balkans are so fast. That's not true. The Balkan, not all people in the Balkans are that. I don't think it's that prevalent either anymore. I think we've kind of grown up. They fucked healers? I feel like healers are okay. Does it really feel like? Because, like, I've been saying all sorts of things to do all sorts of things, except for Preservation Evoker. Preservation Evoker's just been poo-poo this season because of Rookery being the way it is and, like, not having range. Best tank is Colossus Prot Warrior because big zoom zoom. Yeah. I heard you need a Windwalker Monk for your next K. No, I'm trying to time them. I'm joking. Windwalker Monk is fine. Windwalker might be fine, but I'm not.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I feel like healing has consistently been the worst role in WoW for a while. Yeah, everyone's mistakes ends up being your job. So I kind of get why healers might be frustrated with it. Look at the bounce up into the air. Beautiful. Ah, blood is life. There it is. This was a pull where blood was life. So we're taking a little skip around this way. And we're going to skip the mobs in front of the first boss. Seeker's going to use a misery sigil on the mobs closer to us. As we get there, you'll see what I mean. And then he's going to... whatchamacallit. Then he's going to pull the Peacekeeper away from us and make us all run through. And once we're all ready and good to go, he's going to... Ooh. That guy almost caught me. Our DK is kind of hanging back for some reason. Okay, there he is. There you go. So you got a little stuck on the boxes. That's fine. Sometimes it happens. But yeah, he's going to put Misery Sigil on these guys. We can then run right over them and not get combat. He's going to pull these guys and just drag them away from us. These guys are getting way too close. They are almost 100% in combat. Yeah, they are absolutely in combat. I guess we have to fight these now. I think we're fighting these now. Or we're resetting. This is the problem with people that have never done a skip in their life, is they just kind of fucking run forward. I guess you gotta babysit people, put a fucking leash on them. The issue is now we don't have Misery Sigil and we don't have Shadow Meld. Seeker says go again. I guess this is a Resilience 12, so it'll be good. You scold your DPS when they die without using defensives when I'm tanking? That's fair. It is big wigs and little wigs. The problem is you don't need to do skip in 12 and you still do it. I don't think it's a problem. We told them what we were going to do at the start of the key. People just don't understand how skips work. I mean, if you keep dumbing down keys over... let's put it this way. At the start of the season, skips you should do in key level 10. By the end of the season, you really have to wait for like, what, 15s now to start doing skips, because people are just so geared that they can go into 12s without having any idea how the fucking game works. So... You hate the W route, it's boring and it takes a while. Yeah, I agree with your route. Your route's fucking awesome. And it's there's no difficulty for the DPS or the healer for the skip. We don't have to do anything special. We literally just need to not shove our faces into the enemies, which is exactly what our two pugs did. So there's that. Yeah, but if it's a pug, you don't know their strengths and their weaknesses, and you can't assume that people are stupid every single time you go into a key. I'm not going to agree with you on this, Sir 40914. I can't agree with you that people should not do skips just because there's always stupid people in the group. Especially when the skip is explained at the start of the pull and people just don't read. It's not the tank's fault if people are stupid. At the same time, it is the tank's fault if he does stupid pulls. So yeah, tank has a lot of responsibility. Pug are stupid until shown otherwise. True, but if you explain something to them and they seem to understand it, you should be safe in assuming that they will execute things that you tell them to execute. There we go. See, this is literally the difference. Minuscule difference, massive overall quality of life improvement. We get the skip Peacekeepers, which are the single most inefficient mob in this season. It gives 1.6% while doing ridiculous amounts of damage. And we have Bloodlust here, we're ready to pop off. Danny pops the Bloodlust. I don't really have all that much because I have 2-minute cooldowns, but we're going to still pop off and do our engulfs and everything. We're going to prolong CC here. We're going to Zephyr, keep us safe. Just about ready with the cooldowns here. I might not be able to make use of them. Once the silence goes away, we're going to stun all of them like so. Very nice. I have cooldowns available. I'm gonna keep them for the boss though, or for the next pull. I think Seeker wants to do one more pull here. All right, there's rapid extraction. We got to keep moving. So I'm using hover so I can keep casting. Ooh, that's a tight spot right there. Okay, Seeker's pulling some extra trash for us to fight on top of the boss because the boss is easy. So he's gonna wait here. I think he also wants to pull these guys without the extractor if he's able to. Oh, we have an extractor in the group. Just gonna wait here a little bit. I don't think we're pulling this into the boss. That would be pretty rough. Yep, we want to fight this on its own. Okay. That was a slight mistake, I think, on Seeker's part. He accidentally pulled the extractor rather than another group he can pull with the boss, and that's fine. We're ready for the boss. The extractor's done his thing. I'm gonna stand over on this side. Danny's on the left side, my left. Gonna use a defensive here and keep blasting. Very nice. I'm holding my engulf charge. I don't want to send it here. Okay, time for some go. There's one more left. Probably gonna send it on that. Oh, DH, no. Hey, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, baby. Let's go. Yeah, boy, still got it. Let's send 3 with our thingy. Let's add another dot using a quick tap of disintegrate. That'll increase the effectiveness of our engulf, increasing our damage by quite a bit. Using another defensive here. I'm gonna use renewing blaze on top of that. Help out Danny, let her send more meatballs rather than having to heal my dumb ass. And that is beautiful. I need to teach Seeker a few things. I think he knows just about everything at this point. Bro, just click it. Just click it in literally any direction. There you go. There we go. We have our cooldowns available. Let's send them. Yet another defensive being used for this. Rank 4 Fire Breath and 2 Shattering Star. Shattering Star not available, unfortunately, but the boss should be dead here, and we are donezo. Very nice. You time M0s? Dude, if you time M0s, that's impressive. Considering there's no timer on them. Alright, we pull everything but the extractor into the next group where we have the extractor. We have 3 casters. We should be able to handle that with group CC. Considering we just fought a boss, we have all of our CC available, as we didn't need it for the boss. Beautiful. Love to see it. There's the blinding sleet into a stun, into these. We're going to go ahead and just move here. I'm going to hover now, and now we can sink into this and send our max rank thingy with the stuff. Not the best use of my fire breath there, if I'm going to be honest, because I made a mistake there, which is I didn't have a engulf ready to consume the fire breath there at the end. That is a mistake. All right. None of that nonsense. We managed to cut that short. Shattering Star into double engulf by switching targets. Beautiful. And Quinza comes in with a prime sub. Thank you very much. Brother Monk says, is all of the soju out of the system by now? Oh yeah. Honestly, I had zero issues. Like, I didn't have a hangover or anything. I'm gonna send cooldowns here just because I have them. Silent Sigil goes out. We're gonna go into the next group. Ascari comes in. We're gonna try and hold... Let's prolong CC here. We're gonna look for a knock-up. If some nasty casts start going out, we're gonna send the knock-up. Please don't kill me. There we go. Get a kick out on this guy looking for Ascari. There he is. I'm pretty poor at targeting the right mob. That's something I'm really, really bad at. I'm going to use a defensive here. Never mind. Seeker takes care of it with a Misery Sigil. Potentially was the other DH. I'm not sure. We're getting quite a good chunk of CC out on these mobs. It's good to see. It's good to see the CC. The CC that she sells is CC, I'm sure. Rune was pretty high at the end, so I thought the day after might have been rough, but I guess Slavic genes. Yeah, something like that. Mostly it was, I think, due to the fact that Danny gave me like a little cocktail of medicine to make sure I don't fall over dead or not wake up. I woke up feeling great. I had a tiny bit of a headache in the morning, but it was, I think, mostly from dehydration. Oh, nice. We have grippy hands active, so we are good. Both of them are fixating me, which is a good thing. I just want to get... God dang it. I want to get my fire breath out. There we go. Zephyr for this. There we go. And we have cooldowns. I'm going to knock this guy back, slow them both down. And once this guy is infused, I'm going to send my cooldowns. There we go. Infusion goes out, sending cooldowns now. There we go. That's perfect. That was a very, very good use of cooldowns there, I feel like. Quite happy with it. Can use a defensive for the Resonant Quake. It's really the only AoE damage that happens outside of the infused Earth Rager being there. Slowing these bad boys down. There we go. Ooh, I gotta move out of that and then I can pop off on this guy. Here we go. I have my knockback available again. I'm going to go ahead and use it now. Get it back on top of my friends there so they can slow it, CC it, or not. Or not. Resonant Quake goes out. I think we're good here. I'm not going to use anything. I want to have it for the next pull because we're just about done with this. We're going to rank 4. Fire Breath into Shattering Star into Engulf, and there he goes. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We're going to grab Danny and take her over to the mining cart and get going. Doing 12s for rating? Yeah, I've given up on the whole PUG aspect of this because there is no challenge to it other than finding a group that isn't fucking stupid. So I just gave up on it, honestly. I can't take it anymore. There's too many people that are not taking the game even remotely seriously. They just don't give a shit if they time the keys or not. That's what it feels like. So I've decided if they don't want to take it seriously, I don't have to suffer through this challenge with PUGs. Brainstorm goes out. We're going to want to move away from that, that's for sure. And here we go. Oh. We do have a guy still left. Just the mastermind. I don't really know what to do. I don't want to send my cooldowns for this, obviously, so I'm just going to wait to see what we do next. We do have Bloodlust available. We didn't have it during the boss, I believe. There we go. This is going to be a decent-ish pull, it looks like. I'm going to go... Oh, yeah. There's the... Oh, yeah. All right. Bloodlust goes out. We're going to use cooldowns. Our DH goes down. Prolonging CC. There's the silence sigil coming in strong with the prolonged CC from the oppressing roar. We're gonna knock up now. Fire breath goes out. Oh shit, I didn't see that being cast. I'm gonna release immediately and try to head back down there. Very hot take, sitting in queue is not a challenge, it just sucks, very much so. You don't think you've depleted more than like 4, 12, or 13 keys since Turbo came out? Yeah, but you can pick the best players. I just have to pick whoever the fuck applies to my keys or whoever's willing to take me with my low rating. So I don't really get to hang out with people that give a shit. Let's try to spread out a little bit here. So in case I get hit by the testers, it doesn't cleave onto other people that are near me. There we go. Yeah, Zebujin, but you have your main linked, and your main is high rated from my understanding. Either that, or you have a huge ego with not much rating. Just letting Seeker skip another group for us. And I think Seeker also wants to go and grab a War Machine into this boss. Very nice. Alrighty. I'm gonna Zephyr here. Managed to drop those in a relatively good spot. We're gonna slow this thing immediately. And there we go. Ooh, toughy, toughy, toughy. This is going to be interesting. I think we need to go here. Maybe we have some room here. We have another death. I don't know where to go. This was just a really rough time for us to grab the specialist, because the circles came out at the same time. Seeker's trying to die, but it takes a while because he has the thingy with the stuff. But I think we still got plenty of time to finish this key on time, so I'm not too worried about it. He went to grab another what's his face, War Machine, just to keep the pull efficient, or keep the boss fight efficient. I think he may be able to shadow meld these guys again. We'll see if we have to pull them or not. He got stuck on some mining carts there. Hey man, am I you? Yes, I am. I just sound like I'm from America. I ain't, though. I ain't. Remove that dot. Help Seeker out. Alright, we have the specialist being uncaged here. Are we going to pull... Yeah, we're pulling the machine and specialist on top of thingy with the stuff. On top of the boss. He's trying to cage the specialist so we don't have to deal with that. I'm going to Zephyr here for the AoE damage from this. We're pulling the boss. I'm going to fly out of that. Style points. Let's... In the middle of my opener, I noticed that I don't have it. That death grip just killed our friend here, but we should be able to CR them. Holy shit, that was scary. What the hell? Okay, we get the CR out. We good. So I think it was Grippy Hands, and that grip ended up pulling whatchamacallits. It ended up pulling the mine into someone who was being fixated, so that ended up being a little bit rough, but It's no big deal. I think we still good. Repellent blast on me. I kind of want to move these away because it's kind of the safe spot where we usually get it. Now we have nothing else left to pull. Seeker can't murder us again. So we can peacefully complete this boss fight. Is that propellant blast invisible? Am I stupid? No, it felt like it was invisible. Alright, we're just about done with the boss fight. I really don't want to send my cooldowns here. I feel like I'll get more value out of the pulls that we're going to do next, where it's going to be a bunch of mines and some war machines and a bunch of specialists. That is what is in store for us coming up here. So let's see how we handle that. I feel like the breath will be quite useful for mines as long as they don't fixate me, which I don't think they will, because Seeker is going to be running all the way up ahead. There we go. The DK also figured it out. That or Meld broke it? DK is an orc. So I think it was the AMS thing that you suggested. You would like to be Seeker's tank Padawan? I think we're just about ready here to go in. I most certainly am. Alright. There we go. Waiting for that to go off, and then Kabalawi. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Very nice. That is going to be percent, and then we just need to let Seeker clear out some mines up there so he resets. Seek. Tank will reset. Okay, we have one mine here that is on Seeker. He's pulling more mines, some of which may target others. We're not in combat, it looks like, so I don't think they will. Alright. I'm gonna knock them all up. Once these are dead, we can just wait in the corner. We keep activating more mines by accident, but it's no big deal. We just take care of them very quickly. They have very little HP. And then we stack here and wait for Seeker to pull these guys. He takes them to the corner, double jumps, double Inferno strikes, and then melds again to drop their aggro, and we skip that and fight the boss. Very low potential for the 2-star here because we wiped on the boss one time, but that's okay. Bloodlust is coming up in 29 seconds. We might have it for either the intermission or for thingy with the stuff. What's it called? The second phase. There we go. Let's stack on top of this. I have cooldowns ready. Ooh. There we go. Not sure if I should use them now. I'm waiting for Bloodlust. I don't think we should Bloodlust this. I think P2 might be better because we'll have more uptime on the Bloodlust. Oh, that was unfortunate. I'm going to Zephyr here. I think that does affect this. That was a little bit scary, but we got through it just fine. Is that a clip? I'll have to check that out. Couple, wow. I also need to get away from here.
Only the strongest.
Whatever. It was a rough time. I should have gone a different direction, but it's not a big deal. All right, we got these guys. I feel like I'd rather focus on the boss because these guys are going to die before the intermission is kind of done. So I'm going to look to use cooldowns on the boss. I'm holding my cooldowns for a long time, but I'm not going to get 2 sets of cooldowns in this boss fight, so... Alright, last one's on me. Rebuff and then move over to this spot. As soon as he hits the ground, I'm sending Bloodlust. I have to move and DPS at the same time. Never been my forte, but we'll make it happen. 2 stars definitely gone due to my death. Missile goes out. Wasted my renewing blaze there, but okay. And there we go. Very nice. Apart from the one reset on the well, I don't know what to call her, third boss, whatever. On Rixa, apart from that, perfectly clean key. That was really, really nice. Plus list was unrealistic. You had 212 to kill him. That's not going to happen on a 12 unless you have some 19 plus gamers in your key clapping the boss. Yeah. All right. That's another key on the board. 2,901. We just broke 2.9k. Very nice. We have now Floodgate and Theater of Pain left to do. To have all 12s. Once I have all 12s, I'm going to be done with this for a while. I think I want to do the 13s on my lonesome. We'll see how much rating we end up getting at the end. By the end of it, we might end up doing just a 13 for the fuck of it. Vlad is a CIA agent? What? What am I missing here? Oh, you're talking about the American accent? You would think like a CIA spy would have whatchamacallit, would not have an accent. Like they'd work on that. You're hyped for the MDI finals next week? Oh, dude, me too. I think it's gonna be spicy. We have mandatory. We have what's his face? Or what's their face? Oh, instant invite to a theater. Love it. We have mandatory that is gonna, like, I'm excited to see how they do. We have Wunderbar, which is going to be also very interesting to watch because it's basically Echo Reborn. I'm hoping that it's not going to be like who's going to be second compared to Wunderbar, but there's some good competition elsewhere as well. I think Miscount had some great fucking runs, some ridiculously fast runs. I don't recall the exact timings, but I know that there's like multiple contenders for different world records at different times. I'm excited to see also what key levels they're able to reach with them starting at, I think they started at 18s. And they started at 18s, and they have the corruptions, they have the turbo boost item levels. So we might, I doubt it. We might see some new comps. I doubt it. We also might see some new key levels being broken. We'll definitely see some new key levels being broken. I'm curious to see if there's going to be 23s done. Like that, I think, is now the upper limit. I could be wrong about that, but I feel like 23s are going to be freaking great. And Yosei says, I should hydrate. Cheers, Yosei. No soju this time, but still remember the drink. All right, I should go to Theater of Pain so Danny doesn't get an aneurysm from me yapping. Have you played every spec in the game at some point within the last few seasons? Not every spec, but every class. I would like to say I played most specs. I haven't played Sub and Outlaw. I haven't played Holy Priest at some kind of level. But in general, I've played most specs. Healer specs, I'm very low on the count. Let's put it that way. All right, let's see if we can 2-star this. We have some juicy skips
5, 4.
that we're going to do with the mini bosses as well as some other things, so it's going to be interesting. I should do a poll for classes I don't know. Well, most of them I haven't played at a very competitive level, so I feel like that kind of applies to everything. To a lot of classes, I should say. Sorry, I locked in there. I wanted to do some good DPS. This is my best opportunity to get a head start on the DPS throughout the entire key, because there's no big pulls here, which means that my spec is not going to shine as much as it might otherwise do. There's two big pulls compared to something like a Priory where every single pull has like 15 mobs. Haven't seen the newest episode yet. What happened with PUG Tanks? I mean, not that I can't think about it. We had two runs in a row. Spoiler, I guess. Mute the stream if you don't want to know. But we had 2 runs in a row where tanks kind of just did stupid pulls, died or made people die, and then left. And then the third run we did, we managed to time it, but it was also a bit rough and sketch at the start. Let's see. Seeker wants to go Xav first. He gets a little lost sometimes, much like myself. Just pop off here real quick. DK got the bleed, so I'm not going to even bother dispelling it. I just don't care. Never mind. DK died, but not because of the bleed. He stood in the circles. No bueno. No bueno. Earth Crusher goes out. We can use a shooting or shattering star here. Consume some of that fire breath with our engulf. I think we're good. Yeah, something like that, you'll say. Maybe if I had helped the DK, maybe they would still be alive. But I think they still get one shot by these swirlies. I'm pinging and saying stack and give and all that because I just don't want to have a situation where we might not skip this successfully, because it's a huge pain in the ass to have to fight that thing. All right, we're gonna have 2 bleeds. I'm gonna remove it from whoever's the squishiest, unless we both dodge the bleeds, which would be sick. I would love that. DK and Danny gets it. Danny gets the dispel. DK is nice and beefy. Danny puts down the Healy circle of goodness, and we are fine. One more bleed on yours truly. I'm gonna give myself a couple of heals, and then Danny should be able to very easily keep up with the dot because there's not much else happening. Getting another pull timer.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna take the DK because they're the slowest. And we're just gonna go upstairs. It also helps me skip it, so I'm cool with it. Beautifully executed skips here. We're gonna wait for the what's it called? For the banner to go out. Let's do this. Banner comes down. We drop the firestorm. Use all of our cooldowns and pop the fuck off. There we go. Banner's no longer there. I'm gonna fly over to this side. Looking to see when the big circle's gonna come out. The big circle means no casty. No casty means use I could talk about it. Doesn't mean I'm gonna get it done. Who's going in with me? It's the DK. I'm just gonna sit down and let him do his thing. There you go, bud. I'm going to keep sitting down because that way I just keep taking a lot of damage from being crit. Because I do believe it guarantees the crits. You laughed? You should laugh. That was so goofy. Like, I'm actively talking about what I should do and how I should do it. And then I still mess it up like an idiot. So yeah, you should laugh. It's funny. Alright, let's fly away from that nonsense. Now this time, I promise I won't actually cast. I had escaped, no casty. There we go. Trying to avoid that frontal, none of that nonsense in my watch. We're holding fire breath just a little tiny bit until we get that next banner. There's the banner, and we pop off with the fire breath rank 3 into shattering star into engulf. We're gonna beam the banner, and then we're gonna go back to beaming this guy. There we go. I'm going to use a Zephyr here. I think that AoE does damage. The circle does damage even if you don't stand in it. Oh, okay. Who's coming with me? It's the DK again. All right, let's let the DK have a bit of fun. Here you go, bud. Go to town. There we go. Should I have fucked with him and just used the defensive? Probably not. All right. Oh, good bear form. Good bear form barkskin there. That was a good call by the guy. I'm holding my cooldowns here because we're going to do the big pull next. I think we just stay boss here. Yeah, I think we just stay boss. Rank 4. And there he goes. He's gone. Beautiful. Very well done. South Rail, I don't think that's possible. I looked into it like 4 different times because you keep mentioning it. I cannot find a way to do whatchamacallit, to make VIP available for channel points. I've looked through the custom rewards and stuff, and I can't find a way to make it happen. If there's other streams that do that, I think I've tried to look for ways to manually add VIP to people. I just haven't been able to do it. Hold on, I gotta focus here now. I use the CC prolonging thing. I'm gonna knock him up. There we go. Beautiful. So there is a way to get VIP, but not with channel points. Yeah, it's usually... I got you, bud. It's usually by doing it with bits, and I don't want people to like use bits. It's not a good way to support creators. Seeker's doing his DH magics of hitting these guys. I gotta knock... Oh, I didn't have CC. I didn't have CC ready. I don't have a kick. I have a knock up in 2. Knock up. That was my bad. I should have knocked these guys back. I tried to knock them up, didn't realize it was still on cooldown. So, my bad. Bits are such a scam. Twitch takes too much. Yeah. You could just do /VIP username? Alright, gotcha. I'll look into that after this run, okay? Nice, I get a quick little decurse. I'm gonna Zephyr this. Beam comes down. CC prolonging is not available just yet, so I won't be able to do that. Have the guy's name rolled over on the top left or something? I don't know. What do you mean by that? Gonna wait for Seeker to go first so I don't get punched in the face. Gonna look for the necrotic volley interrupt here. There we go, we got it. I did my job. I'm doing my part. Like a rolling banner? Yeah, but for what? Like, I get what you mean, but like for VIP members or what? To show who has VIP? I feel like the badge in chat is enough, right? Nobody clicked it, I have to click it. Starship Trooper reference, you know it. I'm doing my part. Like you turn to the camera and say it with the helmet and everything. There we go. Use a defensive here while I'm taking this extra damage from the circle. And I'm going to go ahead and use... Oh shit, I can't really use it here. Hold on. There we go, now I can use it. God dang it. I hate these orbs, man. Oh, Patimus Maximus the Third comes in strong. All right, Danny and I will be enjoying a renewing blaze here while we're taking damage. Oh damn! I mean, the ads need to die quickly so we can get back to the boss. So I'm just doing everyone a service, really. I'm not padding. All right, there we go. Now, the worst boss is still left, in my opinion. The most annoying, not the worst. It's not the hardest, but it's the most annoying by far, which is a Gore Chop. Now, we don't have Bloodlust, so I think we'll be doing this in 2 pulls. It depends on what Seeker decides here. He may have a shit ton of CC available. He seems to be going for the full pull, so we're going to look here and see if we can interrupt one of these guys. And they cast their big thing. We're going to... Zephyr, there's a beam coming down after the chain. Didn't really work out perfectly. I'm going to prolong CC. I'm going to... Oh, there's the silence. That works. All right, let's get these engulfs out. I'm going to try and help out our friend here, the druid, by removing that disease. Danny can't do so. I have stuns for days here. There we go. Nice. We made it through the worst of it. We made it through the worst of it. It's just these 2 guys now. And we're getting stuns and all sorts of things. I'm going to knock this guy just to make sure he doesn't get the cast off. There we go. So he could ping me. I'm not sure if he wanted to ping me or if he wanted to ping the guy that was left to make sure that we interrupt him. But we made it work. That was beautiful. Can't ignore the control of EDH has? Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you manage to combine it well with people. Like, chains into Solar Beam has been the bread and butter of every fucking group. It's amazing how much you can get out of that. And then you can sigil on top of that. If you get a CC prolonging thing like I have, just absolutely amazing. Looking for a kick on the... Okay, Danny gets it. We quote. We good. We good. Ooh, that looks dangerous. I hope nobody gets hit. Nobody did get hit. Beautiful. I'm taking quite a bit of damage here. I'm just going to use a health potion just to make sure I don't get caught by a stray jump or anything like that and have to deal with it. I think Seeker wants to take this guy into the next group that spawns in on the sides here. We're going to jump all the way over to this side. Here we go. The jumps are coming in. We're going to put a focus on this guy.
I simply wish you
I got jumped on by every single one of those little pieces of shits. I think it's faster for me to just wait here. I think it's faster for me to wait. I don't want a CR. I don't think a CR is worth it. I think this will get cleared out. I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait for a regular res. I don't want to waste a CR on this in case we need it later on for this. I'm going to put my focus on this guy. Blech! Just fucking exploded. Need CC for that. There's no. There's only a big kick left. You don't want to use that there, apparently. Okay. I'm getting rezzed here. The druid's rezzing me, so Danny can read her little book. She's an earthen, so she has to read. And there we go. Let's rebuff. Fully rebuffed, ready for the boss here. 30 seconds until my cooldowns are ready. Alright. No. Okay, I managed to remove the bleed and dodge that fucking jump. Jesus Christ, Vlad. That was messy. Alright. Focusing right now. Really need to find a way to avoid these guys a little bit better. If I just keep moving, that's relatively decent. He's gonna do the yoink thing, so I'm just gonna get close to him so I can avoid it. Alright, just focusing on avoiding these guys. I'm going back and forth, which is not ideal. Did manage to dodge some there, it looks like. That's something. I'm so focused on my movement here. Let's get another hover out. I'm going to use the defensive while I stand still to cast. Because I can't avoid them then. He's almost dead here. Ooh, not today, fat ass. Fuck you. Get out of here, weirdo. Nice, well done. I almost died there. I managed to remove the bleed as soon as I got it, because I got hit by the chains right near the end, I think, or something like that. So I just instantly removed the bleed. That's not what I think happened. Okay, we're going the wrong way. I just followed Seeker. I blindly trust this man with my life. But yeah, I managed to remove the bleed. We low on count. Did we skip too much? Oh, right, we didn't pull the extra sides. Okay. We gotta go this side. Okay, we still looking a bit rough on the 2-star timer now because of that, but we gotta do this anyway. That felt personal. Oh no. Oh no. How do we go back? Oh, we have to use this? Oh, that's so crazy. Okay. So we have to go to the front to go to the back. Oh no, dude. Not today, fat ass. That felt personal. Oh, you think I'm calling you a fat ass? Nah. Dude, we were so fast. We still have so much time left to go actually grab this whole group. We had a bit of a whoopsie where we didn't grab the extra group here on the side. Happens to the best of us. There we go. That should be percent. Yeah, that's perfect percent now with that group. And I think with this, we skip all the way to the front now. Yeah, we do the whole skip all the way up there. So we kind of good. Bit of a whoopsie? Yeah. Yeah, Eleanor, I know that. It's so annoying that you can't report people when they're griefing you actively. It is beyond stupid, in my opinion. I know that they would probably abuse it, but honestly, right now, people already abuse inappropriate communication and stuff, so... I don't know. Well, here we go. 3 minutes 36 with Bloodlust. We might be able to do this. Everyone and their mom has cooldowns, I believe. We might... I guess we have to wait for the activation of the boss. So 3 minutes in, 3 minutes remaining for last boss with trash. Ooh, doable maybe? We'll see if we pop off strong enough. I want to send cooldowns on these guys. Seeker's gonna grab the boss here and pull with the trash. Quick little grip comes out from the DK because we weren't looking for kicks here. Use silence sigil, so we might not have that for ads, but I think we have grip sigil still. Boss is now active. Reaver glaive goes out. I'm gonna pull a YOLO here and just send cooldowns now. I feel like this is going to be a better... It's not as safe, but I feel like it's better if we send it now. I know people want to send it at 50%, but you gotta admit at the start of the fight usually it works out better. I'm gonna Zephyr here and use Thingy to keep moving and casting. Big grip, big knockup. To big rank 4 breath. She's doing the frontal. We get out of there. Okay. 50. Oh, in a minute we managed to get her to 50%. Yeah, I think we got this, guys. I think we got this. Echoes goes out. We're going to use a defensive. Big heals coming out here as well. There's always a beam mixed with piggies. I hate that. Grasping Rift goes out. We're going to prolong our thing. Immediate grip. Look at how good that is. Look at how smooth that was. If you doubt Seeker, that's your own demise right there. Look at that. Fucking beautiful. I dare say I am moist. She's just about dead. Come on, lady. There you go. Still 2-star it. Still 2-star it, even with the mishap about the routing and the percent. Easy. That's how good we are. That's how good we are. Second in DPS, beaten by a Frost DK. Very impressive, actually. Very impressed by the Frost DK performance. You broke the curse and finally got out of Priory prison. 3K done now? To not touch the game for a week. Yeah, time to take a break. Go play Classic or something. Just take something easy up. Very nice. If Bliss had a working customer service instead of AI automated system that just auto-ban anyone that receives enough reports would be working. Yeah. But let's face it, quite a few people play this game. Quite a few might sound like an understatement. But having that many people kind of interacting with the report system just ends up being a mess. Even if you had employees, you just can't scale customer service to the point where they actually manually handle the reports. At least 100 people play this game, I mean? Yes, dozens of people. Dozens of people. Why is Seeker so bad? I don't know. Sounds like you're just jealous, man. Isn't that one of your Romanian friends? The ones that don't actually know where the boundaries of a tasteful joke and just being a dick are? Kind of confused about the whole social aspect thing. Or am I just assuming too much? I will fight anyone IRL who bashes Sikhs. Yeah, don't fuck with Marcus. He will top grip a fork right into your eye. You know what happens when you assume? Yeah, you make an ass out of you and me. Not the top grip. Yeah. I'll put band-aids on your knuckles afterwards. No, I mean, IDK about that take. I doubt it's many more than it was in peak time. Back shortly after Rafaelichkin, customer service was in fact working back then. Yes, but they were handling tickets. They weren't handling mass reports. The reason automated systems exist usually for customer service is because there's a lot of people who ask the same questions that can be actually solved with just like reading an FAQ or whatever. And that's why there's so many automated responses that point you to those kinds of answers, because they just find something, oh, this is something people have trouble with. Let's just point them in the direction of this FAQ and get this done, get this whole thing over with. But usually when you have something more complex or that the FAQ doesn't solve, that's when you kind of get into the real hell of having automated customer service where you cannot reach an actual human being to just help you. And that is the worst part. Sergeant Smash says hydrate. Cheers, Sergeant Smash. Watching smooth runs like that is very satisfying after watching your latest video. Yeah. It's so much nicer. I guess we're doing Flood. I wasn't looking what we were doing. So I'm asking Danny if we're doing Floodgate. Yep. Well, that's going to be our last 12. Let's see how that goes. Good chunk of rating. It's going to put us close to 3K. Let's see. Seeker has a fucking sick route for this. The double jump between the blocks is mesmerizing. I just ripped my headphones right out of my ear holes. Oh no. I lost one of the little pee-pee thing. What the fuck did I just call this? I lost one of the little peepers on the thing. What the fuck did I try to say? I don't know, man. Question mark? Huh? Whatever. I lost my pee-pee. Where the fuck? Danny's hysterically screaming in the background. Dude, where the hell? It's the only thing she liked about me. Where did it go? She's really laying into it. She's like screaming. Scream crying. Dude, where did it go? Where is my pee-pee? Get out of here. Or help me search for the thing. I lost one. No. And the Seeker says in party chat, Evoker lost his pee-pee. You fucking dickheads.
I'm trying to help you. I flashed the chi-chis.
It's in the paper.
Oh no. Are you sure it didn't go on in your hoodie or something?
No.
No, I mean like inside your hoodie.
No. What in the fuck?
Oh, can't be helped.
Well, life sucks and then you die. Or rather, life sucks, you lose your pee-pee, and then you die. Well, I'm down to one headphone now. Dude, check in your ear? No, it's not. It's not in my ear. I checked already, but thank you. I'm gonna find it after the stream, and it's gonna be like in a super obvious spot where I just didn't look. Think could have flown to Timbuktu at this point. I don't fucking know. Alright, well, I guess I'm ready, bruh. Damn it. Seeker is cry laughing in your ears? Good. He deserves a good time for tanking these things for us.
5, 4, 3.
Whatever, I give up.
1.
It's not in my hoodie, I checked. Was in your ear the whole time? Yeah. I've had that happen before where that was the case. But it would have blocked some sound, I would have noticed. Alright, we're doing some weird shit. Well, not very, but... just avoiding this. Here we go. We're looking for the surveyors. Shredation goes out. We have snipers coming in. Unfortunate. But that's just how the cookie crumbled. I'm knocking these guys up, and
Only the strongest.
just Seeker probably had to focus on getting aggro from the stupid snipers. That's okay. I got a good chunk of my damage out. Another person goes down. The person who probably pulled these. Managed to get a kick in. Okay. Well, rip my overall. I lost a shit ton of damage here. That's not going to look great. Just going to wait for that to blow up so I don't die trying to get through. Looking for triangle kick if necessary.
I simply wish you had lasted a little longer.
I'm popping off too soon. I ripped aggro there and died. But I think we good. I think we good now. I think we got a solid handle on this. I don't think I'll be doing very well this dungeon overall because I just died 2 times in a row in the middle of big fights, and that feels fucking horrible if I'm going to be honest with you, but shit happens. Looking for the next kick. Get a beam for the next kick. I'll kick. I can't reach that. Okay, there we go. We got it. Trying to focus on the kicks while also doing some damage. These kicks are very important. If one goes out, I can remove the bleed. But if 2 go out, that's like, it's gonna be rough because it's really hard to heal that. But we got it. Blood was life though, so my DPS looks like I'm AFK. We have some crabs coming in. I don't know if that was me or not. My apologies if it was. It looks like it's 4 crabs. We're going to take Danny and bring her over here because the crabs are probably on her.
due to healer aggro. Trying to take care of these surveyors. Beam goes out, takes care of both those casts. Beautiful. We have rapid construction coming out. We're going to max rank fire breath this. I don't have an engulf ready for the scaffolding, but that's okay. Very nice. Yeah, you could do Mama Second. That's you usually go for it so you have better Bloodlust timings. You can do the first Bloodlust. I'm not dying again. Fuck that. Ooh, had to use a potion there, but I got it. We're skipping these. They will do Shredation, but we can just run through. And they are reset. There we go. He's doing his flamethrower thing, but it doesn't really matter. Then he gets the gel, I don't have to move. Then he gets the charge, I don't have to move. Whew, that was close. I don't think I can get two. We're gonna have to heal one. I'm gonna Zephyr for it. They were too far away from each other. Darkness is in melee, along with this. I don't think Zephyr is gonna be necessary. I'm gonna hold on to it in case shit hits the fan again. Druid Fend impressively misses both of these. Gave them a shield just to make it a little bit easier for them to get the spelled on time. I fucking hate this boss, man. I never have a good time with it. It's information overload because I pay attention to everything even though I shouldn't. There we go. I don't want to send my big cooldowns now. We're going to have a big pull after this on the other side, closer towards Big Mama. I'm single targeting Bront because I feel like he's the one that needs to really die. Okay, where are we going? We're going that way. This one's on me. I die to it, but I think I still get that. Very nice. Last one is on Seeker. We can take care of Last Bomb with this. We don't get a Dispel, but we get a kill here, and that is all we need. Okay. A little messy, but we got it. Wait, so the plan is doing community keys real quick to 3k to not stall the new series too much? No, the plan is I'm going to hit 3k by doing 13s on my lonesome. These 12s we're doing just with Danny and Seeker. It's not even community keys, it's just my pre-made group. We're blasting through these as best we can because I just, like, the series is going to last a month if I don't take care of it. Whew. Oh, DK went down from dipping his toes in that pool. Not great. Now we got to wait for them, and we also lost another 15 seconds to them kicking the bucket. Right, Demolition Man is being held off to the side there with a prison. DK friend is almost here. Rebuffing. And we're ready to go here. I'm going to send my stun like this. Knocking up. Knock back into yoink back. Love to see it. And there we go. Bloodlust will be ready for the first intermission, I feel like. That looks what it will be like. We're just gonna rip it on cooldown here, I think. Sonic Boom is out on Danny. She will avoid it with her Speedy Fox form. Kick gets taken care of by our guy here. We get extra mobs, courtesy of Seeker. Drones are almost dead. 18 seconds to the Bloodlust. I don't think we're going to be getting that Bloodlust now. I'm going to wait for the Sonic Boom to go out. We're going to rush through it right as it goes off, so we don't have to worry about it actually hitting us too much or pitting us against the wall or sending us downstairs. Also not a good look. Bloodlust is available now. I'm going to be greedy and hold it here until my cooldowns are up, or maybe for the next burn. I don't know. Here come the soldiers. Or the mecha drones, what am I saying? Soldier just died, like one of the NPCs called the soldier died, so that's what I was thinking about when I said it. You avoid that yet again. My cooldowns are ready here. I'm gonna fucking send it. Jumpstart goes out. Getting as much damage out as I possibly can during this. Should Zephyr probably. I should have used that sooner. Playing a bit greedy here, but I would like to do some damage. I think we might be able to stay on Big Mama here. He's at 10%. I'm making a risk by just single targeting Big Mama here. I could add, but I just genuinely want this boss to be dead. I'm going to go through some poo-poo here. And that's Big Mama gone. Alright, kick the bucket, lady. That's enough of you. Alright, so Seeker you can click this without actually getting in combat with these guys. It looks like Seeker did get in combat, but he uses meld immediately. He's going to reattempt this, and if he doesn't manage to skip it this time, we will probably have to fight those guys. Or just let him die. I don't know. I think he'd rather preserve his thing and fight these guys, and we can skip stuff later. Alright. He manages to do it this time around. And we're ready to go. Inspector jumps down here. Very nice. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at that. Get a firestorm out. Let's knock these guys up so they don't reach their intended targets. Rank 4 fire breath into double engulf. Oh man, that's just beautiful. Beautiful. I'm gonna wait for the next spins. The spins are out. We're gonna stun them. Stuns actually stop them. Blinds and such don't actually do anything. So I use my breath, my deep breath there for the AoE, which is not an issue. We're also getting more pyres because our pyres now cost 1 essence instead of 2, which is beautiful. I'm gonna save my cooldowns for the next pull because it's pretty treacherous. That guy that puts the heal absorb on the group is actually kind of nasty. Lovely pull by the Seeker? Hell yeah. Pulling those loader bots sucks so hard as melee DPS. I just use utility to CC them. Alright, here we go. Knock up for that reload. I don't have any CC that wouldn't be too disruptive for the reload there. I can do the knockback. Trying to stand in the darkness here. There we go. Kicking the blood blast, and we should be fine here. Now, we've done the other side, so we just gotta land down there. I'm gonna go quickly grab this. What's your honest review on DevVlad? It's fucking awesome. It is absolutely, it is super duper fun. Comes with a shit ton of utility, shit ton of CC. You're able to do a lot of things to help your group if you're good at it. I'm not, but I try. It does more than enough damage to be competitive with the top tier specs. I think it's pretty dang good. I'm gonna prolong CC here. We're grabbing some crabs, it looks like. I'm gonna knock up. Yoink back comes down. I'm gonna wait for some spins, then I'm gonna deep breath for the CC. There's one spin. Knock up came up at the same time, but I think we're good now. I think we're good. Rank 3 fire breath. Engulf is gonna come up in a second, and we're gonna use that to finish off this crab. And then when the crab dies, we're gonna have a dot on us. We're gonna go quickly put down this heal. Danny a little bit with the rot damage going out on the group. Easy peasy though. Seeker's gonna pull the boss back a little bit so we don't have to deal with this dirt mound here that kind of makes some of the visuals look a little wonky, and you can sometimes miss some of the waves. He's going to probably use the hunt and then jump back to stay in the same spot. He loves doing that. It's such a cool little animation skip. Nope, he's just gonna Reaver's Glaive it. Fuck it. Okay. Well, we pop off with our cooldowns now. We of course go to the left. Luckily we didn't even have to say that. He says in party chat cooldown, so there's no hunt for us to see, but yes. Wake in the Swamp goes out. We have a Healy circle. We're trying to avoid waves. I'm going to use hover here to be able to just keep blasting and moving. Beautiful. I'm going to use Zephyr for the next one. Darkness is still on 3 minutes cooldown, so there's no other big group cooldown that we can use for it. Very nice. That was mega bursty. Very true. Using Zephyr here. Going to use another hover charge to be able to avoid these as best I can, while still casting and dealing damage. Somehow managed to live that. I think I stood in one there like an idiot. Also just randomly decided to hard cast a single target firestorm because I just got a little flustered and I saw the button was up and I like pressing that button. It's pretty. So here we are. Rank 1 fire breath because we want it for a long time because our thing is on cooldown for quite a while. I'm going to go ahead and use a potion here. Just make sure I'm nice and safe. DK some off heals, just making sure that we can make it through this because this fight is torturous on the healer. Danny's probably chilling, but I'm looking at health bars and like, I don't know. I'd be pretty stressed. An Augevoker to reduce threat? Why? Because I ate shit twice from aggro? That was just my bad. I just popped off too soon. I'm going to go ahead and pop my cooldowns here just to get this donezo. Rank 4 fire breath into shattering star into engulf. Let's get this guy off my screen. That was unfortunate that we lost our druid right there. He can release and he'll be right here with us. Skip? Question mark. Oh, our DK went down. Okay, we gotta wait for the DK though. All right. Okay, we gotta wait down here. I'm gonna put star on Danny and I'm just gonna follow the star. Do we go too soon again? Ooh, I just straight up died.
Lasted a little longer.
Bubbles reset. I feel like we need a CR here just to not die to this. It's one tank, one DPS, one heal. Boomkin goes down. We pull more. I think that's a nope. I can't skip. Yeah, we're just gonna. Oh, this is pretty rough. I don't know what to do here. I don't know what the best call is. Because 2 more deaths means we have to deal with bubbles. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to. We're just not gonna live this, I think. Secret puts down a CR. All right, let's give this a shot. 2 CRs available. We're gonna kick. Using defensives and shit. And now let's send cooldowns here. Like so. Okay, those CRs were worth. I think that's the only way we make it back from this kind of stupid thing. I think we still time the dungeon regardless of what happened here. But it's a lot cleaner if we do this than if we have to reset past it. There we go. Can you just fucking stop and die? Alright. I think we need Danny to res, or I think our druid is also casting res. Alright, there we go. DK putts, I think, we're a little bit of an issue here. Okay, we're grabbing the 2 contractors here with this guy. We're grabbing the contractors just to have something to beat the shit out of while still beating on this big jump starter. Because we need to kill him for percent according to Seeker's route. He's also going to skip the 2 big guys at the end. If I know anything about Seeker, he loves skipping those guys. We're just looking to skip those. Also, I should probably rebuff the group. The minutes from here is loads of time? Yeah. Especially with skipping the last 2. And we're doing a big pull here. I have cooldowns in 20 something. I think we'll be good. I think I want to save the cooldown, the Bloodlust though, for El Jefe for sure. So let's look at these electrician in the distance. I'm gonna prolong CC here. Knock up. I'm gonna send cooldowns here. I won't have them for the start of the boss for the lust, but I think that's okay. This is deadly. Okay, I live. I live. Through stupidity, I still live. Dude, Deep Breath is still the single most deadly spell in the game for me. Whenever I use this thing, I'm just scared. I found places to use it often enough safely, but I still feel like it's the most likely spell to kill me out of my entire repertoire. I'm giving a shield to our friend here. Okay, Seeker already managed to reset it, so we didn't keep taking damage. We're getting ready for this guy to start up. Danny's healing us up. In the meantime, I'm going to Bloodlust to help Danny out. We're going to Zephyr as well for this. And now let's just blast. That's all we can do. Blast the bejesus out of this guy. I'm going to Zephyr just so I can keep moving. Oh shit, I stood in a rock. I thought that would honestly kill me. I'm just gonna go stand over here in case I get the circle so I can very quickly take care of that. Giga Zap goes out, it's not on me though. Bear form from the druid takes care of a good chunk of that. No bark skid available, so they can't do that. Right, I'm just gonna safely take this all the way over here. Trying to not steal Seeker's orb spot. Because I've done that before and killed them with it. Use a defensive here. I have cooldowns available in just a second. There we go. Turbo charge goes out. How did I... Wasn't targeting the boss. Dude, I'm so stupid sometimes. I wasn't targeting the boss there. So I used Engulf on myself like a fucking moron. So stupid. Rest of Dino says Killing Spree would like a word with you. Yeah, I know Killing Spree is way more deadly overall, like to like as a spell. I'm just saying for me on this class, I'm just dying over and over to Deep Breath. It happened a lot when I was just starting out because I just didn't know how to use it safely, and I was trying to use it on cooldown just to get like practice with it. We have another Zephyr available for this intermission. I'll cast it when he's close to finishing his cast, which is right about now. Let's send it. Using Zephyr, I've got... Now I have time to actually send this. Ah, fucking piece of shit. Keeps putting those things on me. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. But Gigazap is just about dead. We just have to survive a little tiny bit longer, and then we're going to be done with the last 12 on this character. We're going to have Resilient Keys ready for us, which is going to be quite nice. No, doo-doo, no. He managed to die right at the end there. He didn't have anything left. Maybe he had a healing potion, but that was a bummer. Alright, cool. She gives us the Resilient Keys. We'll accept that quest. And then we do have our, what's this? A 13 Floodgate. I guess I could use that, and we'll see if we can time that on a video. But holy shit, this was nice. Quick and effective, not a single brick. I think we reset one key just because we were, we had like an unfortunate fail of a skip on Motherload. Other than that, we've just been blasting. Shadow meld that doesn't reset existing aggro when? A 4-minute reset something? Yeah. That's pretty dang good. All right. Let's see. What is our rating at now? We're at 2,973. I need a 13 done. Hold on. Not WeakAuras. MSP. MPG. M plus gains. That's what we're looking for. That is not my rating. That is the rating of my hunter. Let me reload real quick. To be fair, it shouldn't be possible to get such an advantage just because your tank is a specific race. Either all or no one. Bring back classic Shadow Meld where you can't use it in combat. Fuck it. You have 14 Cinderbrew, can lower the 13 if you want. I don't think I'll be doing that tonight. Let me take a quick look. Floodgate 13. Okay. Let's say I do some of the easy ones like a 13 thingy. Maybe another one like Workshop could be doable, although I don't know about how easy that is. And a Motherload. So a few 13s could be the difference. I think I'm going to leave the third. I haven't even timed a single 13, so I feel pretty bad about doing that today. So I think I'm going to leave it as is. I mean, apart from Paladin, all tanks can be Nelf. That is very true. So Night Elf Paladin, when? You shouldn't need to be a Night Elf for a competitive advantage. I mean, you can still do a lot of skips without being Night Elf. You just have to let your tank die. So it's like a 15-second difference, 15 to 20-second difference. Trust me to choose the one spec that can't be Night Elf. Wanted to be dwarves, the sturdy boys? Yeah, for the bleeds and stuff. It was kind of crazy. Mage can do all the skips VDHs can do. That's true, but then you still need a mage, right? You need a specific class. Dark Iron was hard meta in PvP when Assassination Rogue was the top. I bet. Don't think this matters at all at lower keys? Yeah. I mean, leave it to the sweats to you know, min-max with all that. I was, you know, pugging through all these keys, and people pug and never... I mean, paladins are reaching these super high ratings, so you know that there's not that much of an advantage. Now I'm debating whether I start doing some... What do you guys think? Should I do some 13s to try and get a bit of score so that the next video is the last one? What do you guys think? Only if I put that juicy poll up? People are saying yes, so I'm just going to assume that we want that. Alright, well, we have 13 Floodgate. We just did a Floodgate, though, so I'd rather do something else. We have a Rookery 13, we can do that. Let's do a Rookery 13. Opinions, chat. Guys, I still can't find my BB. Where did it go? Seeker wants a metery? But we don't have a metery 13. Oh, I guess we can queue into it. All right. Yeah, sure. Let's do metery. Hello. When I lost my PP, I just searched on YouTube for extremely loud sound, played that, and that was actually the solution. Okay, you say. I actually can't believe I lost that. Oh shit, we got into a 13 metery. That's gonna be awesome. What do you guys think? Can we 2-star it? Let's put up a thing. Manage prediction. Start prediction. All right. You guys have 2 minutes to predict whether or not we will actually time this with 2 stars. Dirty, dirty, dirt. I can't even begin to explain to you how irritated I am about not being able to find this thing. It bothers me on an unreasonable level. Fucking B plays, you swear to God. As a tank main, today's video was hard to watch. Yeah. It was rough. I think if I go 3K again, I'm going for a tank, but I might just not even go 3K anymore. It's not fun. There's no challenge to it. I feel like I learned the spec and then it's just going through the motions trying to actually time the remaining keys that I need to get the rating I want. And then it's just not even that fun. It's just not.
5, 4.
All right, let's get this fucking party started, guys.
1.
That was nice. Bit of a rough and tumble there, but we got it done in the end. Oh, this is nice. Nice timing, actually. We have some more patrons coming in and an attendant. I'm super focused right now, guys, because I really want to 2-star this. Seeker's pulling another group into the boss. We're going to put a focus on the Pyromaniac so we can potentially interrupt it if necessary. Not even close with that cloud. Getting into the circle of Healy goodness. Make sure I help Danny out with this dot that's on me. Use the renewing blaze as well, so we were like turbo safe there. Right, I'll have another set of cooldowns for the last time after the second intermission. Just using some heals here. He's about to go into the intermission again. Just giving Danny a bit of a shield. Okay. I'm going to grab that one in the corner. Two more engulfs into this guy's dome. We lost the warrior, but the fight is just about over, so he will be able to release here and just murder the next group. Just about done. One more smack to Seeker's dome. There he goes. Warrior instantly releases. We're ready to go. We're going this side. 5 minutes remaining. That means we're going to do 1 or 2 pulls on this side, then go the other side, because we want to have Bloodlust for a big pull in the IPA room. That's the idea here. We're stacking on the Wrangler. I'm going to look for this. I think Seeker wants the Harvester as well, so we're going to grab the Harvester and bring him over. We interrupted the Purveyor because his cast is very dangerous to us, because it'll force us to potentially stand in a dangerous circle because it slows us down, so we want to make sure we do that. It's also a lot of AoE damage, so it's best if you interrupt it. I'm going to remove 2 stacks of the bleed from the bees on me. There's 2 other people with it, but they have only 1 stack. I have 2, so I figured I may as well, you know, not have to deal with that by just removing it. Helps Danny out. She can send more meatballs, and meatballs are good value. Danny's yelling from the other room, meatballs are very valuable, and she is absolutely right. Every time I don't use a defensive, I'm like, that's probably like 2 meatballs that I could have saved there, but I'm just bad. Alright, this is another big pull. I'm gonna focus one Purveyor and try to target the other. Okay. I was literally staring there, waiting to see which Purveyor I had to interrupt. Seeker kicks that. I'm gonna look for a Purveyor kick here. Nice. Warrior gets that kick. I don't have to actually do anything. Very nice. You don't actually have much prio damage, funnily enough. Now we go across the room. This might seem counterintuitive, but it is just a very good way to set up the Bloodlust timing, so that when we reach the IPA room, we can do a massive pull with Bloodlust. Good knock-up by the warrior. Knock-up / stun, whatever you want to make it out of it. He has the talents that make him get knocked up when he uses it. I think that's a Slayer thing. Not a Slayer, but a Colossus thing. Seeker's making dumbass charge into the next group. I'm holding my cooldowns here because we're going to do a big pull with Bloodlust next, I think, so... That brew needs to die. There he goes. Okay, we wait for Seeker to move these guys out of the way. And then we just skedaddle here. Stack here. On this side, Seeker resets combat, Reckless Delivery gets reset, and we're good to go. We're going for a big pull here. Seeker's going to pull big. I'm going to give him a heal here just to help him out a little bit. He's using meta, or proccing it somehow, I don't know. And we got a giant fucking pull here. We're going to use everything at our disposal. Jumping on top of the boxes so that we can keep them, keep the Hobgoblin on top of these enemies. One of the barrels that gets spawned in, one of the explosive brews, did not actually get destroyed, which is pretty rough. We send the guy far away. That's unfortunate, but kind of okay. We did lose a person for that, but I still feel like this was an efficient pull. Well done. Scary, but efficient. Hobgoblin went through the door there. Whew, toughy for sure. But we got it done. Only one death in this room, which is pretty damn good if you ask me. I have cooldowns available. I don't really want to spend them on the Hobgoblin. We don't really have anything to fight with the Hobgoblin. We're skipping that group in the corner. We don't really need it for anything. I swear to God, Warrior, if you send him into the hallway now and pull the next group, I'm going to start screaming. I have no idea what you guys are talking about with settlers, by the way. I have no clue. I'm so sorry. Alright. We have everything available. We're gonna just fucking rock it. What the hell? Oh, it's Path of... Oh, it's like a league called Settlers or something like that? There we go. Zephyring for this. Going to use thinking with the stuff here. Knocking these guys up, slowing them down. One of these brews. Ooh, this is looking rough. I have no way to actually move these away. Okay, nice. Big chain. I'm gonna follow up this stun with another one of my own. Beautiful. Warrior's gonna get some extra healing from yours truly. Okay, that worked out better than I expected it to. It started off rough, but we got it done. I have knockback for the next one. That should keep it a lot more chill. Just gonna switch to these guys immediately. Warrior's doing the same. Seeker's gonna probably put down a yoink back. Maybe he doesn't have it. Okay. I think we just stay boss here, but I'm gonna cleave onto these guys. There we go. Nice. And an engulf finishes it off. There we go. IPA done. We're on to the last boss. This is going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. No, sorry. Derp. I forgot. We went this side, did a bit, came back. We didn't do the full other side. I lied. It's not last boss. It's not. No, sorry. I'm just derping out at this point. All right. Seeker's going to come back. Gonna pull the bees over there. I'm gonna give him a bit of a heal. Our warrior unfortunately went down probably to aggro because he was immediately just blasting. Okay, harvesters are in here. I'm gonna try and line of sight these guys. Big damage is gonna be happening here. I'm gonna use a defensive step a bit forward so I stay in the circle. Okay, after I get knocked back, that is. I'm going to do prolong CC on the entire group. And then I'm going to stun everything. I didn't catch that purveyor cast. I'm going to move out of range of that to reduce the damage I'm taking. I'm going to try and move out of the range of this, but I'm so slowed from the purveyor cast that I missed. That's my bad. I'm working on a WeakAuras to help with that, by the way. I am very excited to get that completed. Like anything I put on focus, I should be able to see that stupid cast go off. That was well handled. That was a really big pull that we managed to get done very, very efficiently here. We can easily skip this by just walking through these boxes right here. Easy peasy. No pet classes means no bullshit here. We're going to put that on focus again. And there we go. I'm going to step over here just slightly. Put my fire breath on that big boy. Interrupt the purveyor. Avoid the circle here. The series has become a streamer and get carried to RIO and saying who's going to relate or enjoy this content. Apparently not you, but if you think I'm being carried while topping the overall DPS by 2 million diff, sorry, but you're just a fucking hater. I don't know what to tell you, man. Go find somebody who's going to sit in queue for 2 hours just to get a key bricked by some mongoloid tank. Are we just about ready here with the bloodlust? Probably going to be able to use it during this fight. Might save it. Probably better to use it on this fight than the next one. I will send my cooldowns right now, though. then I don't have to do the bees. We have no bees left because one of them just exploded on the spot, so that was silly. So we're gonna have 4 bees for the next pull, but that's, I think, okay. We'll just handle them as they go along. Need to use that. That Zephyr feels like a waste on that AoE, honestly. I think the 2-star is going to be close. Yeah, we have a few deaths, so that's really working against the timer here. We do have a lust. I don't know. We'll see. I think lust might be better served for the next boss here at this point. V is just randomly not working. Okay, cool. Love that. That's great. Snack time. I waste the beat. Could have destroyed some of these, but oh well. I will send cooldowns here again. I'll stun these guys. That'll help. I'm going to use a health potion. I'm going to pop off here with the cooldowns. Get an engulf out. So, and with these guys, I think that's percent. They are 0.51 each, so 2%. It looks like it's not percent, but what I think we will be able to do is snap the guys up, these pyromaniacs and whatnot. So I think Seeker is going to jump over, put a, what is it called? Yeah, we're snapping them up, he says in party chat. So he's going to put a sigil on them from up here, and they will snap over. Look at that. There we go. Sigil has been hit. They're going to snap over. We're just looking to deal with these guys. Now, I'm going to wait a second before I pop off because I'm a little scared. They're evading. Okay, Seeker should be good now. Eternity Surge into a thingy thing with the stuffy stuff. We have Fire Breath available again. Two-star timer has been missed. That is unfortunate. But there's only so much we can do. Carrying a shaman. Yeah, the shaman is struggling a little bit, it feels like. He's close to tank DPS. Seeker says, just look pretty with the circle. He was going to break every single one of these. Okay. Oh, he just disconnected. I'm pretty sure he just disconnected. He's moonwalking. He's fucking gone. Yeah, this is a wipe. I'm just gonna stand on top of Danny and stand in these. There we go. Seeker's still alive. He disconnects and still dies 2 minutes later. With 4 minutes, as long as Seeker actually manages to reconnect. Yeah, he just reconnected. We're going to give him res here as quickly as possible just so he doesn't have to release. He's on the loading screen right now, so he won't accept the res right away. But after that, I think we're just good. We lost the Bloodlust, but with 4 minutes, almost 4 minutes, I think we're still good to time this without an issue. I'm still happy to just have a 13 on the board. I'm going to send my cooldowns. We'll probably be able to send out 2 cooldowns during this. Seeker's breaking 2 of the barrels. We can stand right here and we should be safe. Need to move just a little bit. Looks like he wants to break this barrel next. I don't know why that guy felt the need to stand on top of everyone just to break those barrels, but we good. Zephyr's gonna go out here on top of the circle from Danny, so I think we're just fine. I'm saving my defensives for when I get the circles for breaking barrels. I want since tank is breaking barrels, I don't have to worry about positioning them. All I have to do is make sure that I live the circle, which is relatively easy to do. If you just press a defensive and your healer isn't sleeping, you should be okay. Yeah, this shaman's definitely getting boosted this run. I feel like it's it doesn't read the messages, doesn't do anything. He's also doing less than tank single target damage, which is kind of depressing to watch, but whatever. Sending our cooldowns here. That wasn't even close. This shaman really just genuinely does not get it. We're going to use a defensive now because the shaman just broke some more. Another big barrel, so we have 2 big barrels broken at the same time. Danny handles it like an absolute champ that she is. But from going forward, we don't need to break any more big barrels. Gonna put a fucking def marker on this guy so I can move him away from shit. If he gets the circle. Look at this idiot. Fucking clueless. Okay. Oh, I got a dagger. Nice. I know a vendor that wants this. I don't know, man. The warrior did great. He's, you know, warrioring it up, but the shaman was kind of just not doing it. There is he no worries. Daddy wants the dagger. Choose outcome. UDPSing, no chance. Complete prediction. There we go. The doubters were right, actually. That was some awesome healing. It was. It really was. With me never using a defensive. Funnily enough, most people said that we would 2-star it. So 2 people just got a shit ton of points. Very nice. What did I do? I got floodgates, so maybe we can use that floodgate key. Oh, and Danny just got Keystone Legend on her Shaman. That's awesome. We are now 13 rating away from hitting 3K IO. I actually can't do another run. I have to do one for the video to finish the series with. So, coincidentally, this is kind of the end of the stream because it's 11:30 p.m. Lucky misclick for once. I remember you saying that you accidentally clicked the other one and that you can't change it. Yeah. W stream. Yeah, dude, lost all my points to that chamois. Yeah, let's blame the chamois. Let's blame the chamois. But it worked out overall. I feel like timing 13s at this point in the season feels like a good thing to just be able to pull off because people sometimes a little bit lost. But hey, you lost no points. Big W. Yeah, you can't gamble, can you? All right. Well, friends, that's pretty much it. We're going to be doing one more video of this on Tuesday after my break over Sunday and Monday. So in the next video, look to see me at 3K rating on Morning Breath. I'm going to be trying to pug through those keys. We'll see what ends up happening, but I'm going to try and pug through those keys just to retain some of that pug feel from it. Because I know you guys love to see me suffer. You love to see me suffer. Shaman died every time we lusted? Yeah, I guess. Yes. I'll catch you guys on Tuesday.